systems or strategies fail or break down or stop working in changing market conditions. So they work for a little while and then they stop working when the market doesn't behave the way that it was behaving before. In prior to the election of President Trump, a trading range leading up to that may have been 6 to 8 points on the S&P. During the coronavirus, a trading range might be 200 points on the S&P. And so having something that you can use that will adapt to changing market conditions is absolutely critical for the success of a trader long term. This week I had a trader who has been trading for over 30 years approach me and say that what he's done for the last 30 years is not working in these markets. They're too volatile and they're too fast. And in these markets, a lot of traders just need to know where to jump in the market, and they need some help with that. Now, the great thing about the box is that it will actually trade the trades for you using the auto box. It's not a black box system, but it will help you with your trade execution. So it can put the trades on and take them off for you, because what's obviously a computer is faster than you and I at clicking the button. So that's one of the great things about the box and AutoBox, which is the automated aspect of the box. So basically in these markets you have, when it's moving like this and it's got this kind of momentum, you've got to just find a reason to get in the market. And what the box is fantastic at doing is picking out and spotting these high probability trades that are going to happen in the market, and a very defined risk, and in these markets fairly minimal risk. And so it really actually works out great for that. So I'm going to run you through and just show you some of these, how the box performed here. And I've got a few different charts that I'm going to show you just to show that I'm not cherry picking and just finding the very best charts. I've got several that I'm going to show you and a few different markets as well. So right here you can see we're just starting off. This is the 25th. We'll jump around a little bit. I'll show you a bigger picture on the chart. But if you just look at the 25th, there's a sell signal. The sell signal right here is at 48, is 32.48. This is just a 2,000 tick chart. It's one of the charts that I like. It smooths out kind of the bigger, longer term movement when the market is behaving what would have been normal a week ago. But it also works in this definitely more volatile, aggressive market that we're seeing. So here we have from 32.48, and it came all the way down here at the low to 32.20. So this was a 28-point winner. And then right here we had this trade right after that. This one was your long from 32, and the high of this ended up being over here at 47. So that was a 15-point trade. And then the low, and then this one, so we had this signal, but then this was pretty much at the top of that run. So here's the short opportunity at 36. And then there's a number of different ways you can trade this. You can enter it here. You can, if that's not working, you can take it off and you can enter again here, or you can enter again close to the top. So part of this is about how you're keeping your stats and finding how your own trading is working. But a lot of traders they'll enter here, they'll enter here, they'll enter here, and and as it moves down. So if you're short, if you're just, let's say you're a one lot and you are short right here, you're short here, and then it comes up right here, you're short again, and this time you only have half the risk, and then it comes from here back down to your entry. You can take that one off, and you're actually just short from up here at 41. So there's your short. You're either short from 36 or 41, and then this thing ends up moving all the way down here to 21. So 20-point trade on this second one right there. Okay, so this one gives you a really brief signal, and this is why I said if you get the signal and it's not working, you can take the trade off at break even, or you can scratch it, maybe a tick or two, win or loss, and then you get this move back down here to the median. This red line is the middle of the box, and it gives you the opportunity to get long at 32. That came all the way up here to 35, and it just wasn't pushing up above here, so it came back down. It ends up breaking, giving us the sell signal, opportunity for sure to sell it again up here at 32, and then you're short from 32. This one ends up taking off and running, goes all the way down to 95. So there's a 40 or 50 point trade right there. Here's your long entry, which this one goes from 09 up to 13. Not this one just doesn't work, doesn't really use this. So some of these, everything is not going to always win. So some of these are going to turn into losers. And here we have, now we're short from 02, and that runs all the way down here to 85. And I was actually teaching my son, he's 9, and I was teaching him how to use this. And one of the things that how he was trading, so the other night he traded one of the lower time frames that I'll pull up and show you here, but he was basically just doing where it would break and there would be a price, like it would come down, use this as support, and then come up above here. He would just put a line right here. He's 9. He would just put a line right here, and when it came back up to it, he would just resell it again right here. This one came right back up into the box, so he would just resell it when it came right up here, and then ride that down again. And he would just do that the whole way down. So in about 30 minutes, using a smaller time frame, he scalped about 10 points out of the S&P. He's 9. So, if he can spot these areas and draw in a line and then trade up against them. And then here we have this one. This ended up being right here. We had a short again from 86 down to 76. That's 10 points. There's a long from 84, and that ended up going all the way up to 98. So there's another 14-pointer. You're short over here from 76. That goes down to 66, so there's 10 points. This only goes a few points and comes back, bounces off of here a little bit, comes up, comes down, and then you end up getting short over here at 67. And this one runs quite a ways down to 31. So there's a 35 or so point, 36 point trade. Again, only goes a couple of points, comes down to here, bounces a few points from there. This is a 4 or 5 point trade from bouncing from here, comes back, hangs around, breaks. This one runs down from 32 down to 21. There's 11 points. This obviously doesn't work. So then you've got 31, 30, and this thing rallies all the way up here to 31.57. And then there's another short that doesn't quite work. So we could do that for a long time. This is just all in one day, by the way. So all we've looked at is the 25th so far. So let's just jump to, let's just look at the 28th and see. This was Friday's market. So here's Friday in the overnight session. This one from 29.08 all the way up to 54. It's 40-something points. Short down here from 98.50. That came back down to 72. So plenty of profit opportunity in there. This one over here at 09. So long from 09, that went up to 31. There's 20-something points. Short from over here, this was just after the open, so short from over here at 13. And then this one sold off all the way down here to 28.53. So we had 29.13 and sold off about 70 or so points down to 53. We reversed off 53. By the way, if you remember, on our one price, notice where our one price was on, this was Friday's market. So one price is a price that populates on your chart at 8 a.m. Eastern time each trading day using the overnight trading data. So it only works on futures and Forex products that trade overnight. And here it came right down here to our one price. It filled that one price and then it took back off. But here we're back to, so it came down, we touched that, we came down and we filled that. Oh, we got a little off over here. So came down and filled our one price over here. There we go. So we came down and filled one price right here, and then this thing took off. And then we got a resell right here at 81. That came down here to 60. There's 21 points. This is just Friday, so there's 21 points. And then here's 70, and you're long from 70. That got you up to 86. There's 16 points. This short obviously tried several times. It even, it tried here, here, here. When something's trying and trying and trying and it's just not working and getting that follow through, then, probably time to get on the other side. So here's 84. You're long from 84. That went all the way up to 03. It's about 20 points right there. Here's a short from 89. That came down to 73. There's 16 points. Then you're long from over here at 2,900, and that went all the way up here to 2,960. So there's a 60-point trade right here from there. We had a 16-point sell, and then we had a 60-point buy right there. And then here's the sell again at 2,922, and that goes all the way down to 97. So I think you're starting to get the idea that this thing adapts and really works in a lot of different market conditions. But I want to show you how this wrapped the week up, which I thought was really fitting. We had a sell opportunity at 90 that came down to 78, so there was 12 points. Here's your buy signal. It retests this right here at 93 and then rallied all the way into the close. We went from 93. You can see the candles all remain blue. We went from 93 all the way up here to 95. 100, it actually went all the way from up to 95, 75. 102-point winner to close the day out on Friday. So literally hundreds and hundreds of points just on this one chart. I'm going to jump over here. Again, this is Friday's market. You can see that we can really go about anywhere that we want, but here's a short. This is a 612 tick chart, but you can just see that this thing just pulls money out of the market. Here's a long over here at 97 that goes all the way up to 30, that keeps going, that goes all the way. So this one ends up being all the way up here. So this isn't hundreds of points on any of these charts. Here's one that it's a very short-term scalping. This is a 15-second chart, and if you want to scalp just real quick short moves, there's a lot of opportunity that you can do that. So here this one at 90 goes down to 78. So if you're more of a scalper and you're looking something like that, but I'll also pull up and show you over here. So here's our box chart. You can see, here's a sell over here on the NASDAQ at 83.40. Thing dropped down to 81.32. Over 200 points on this sell-off, 220 points. And then we catch the reversal right here, and that's 81.53. And then another buy signal over here, but from 81.53, it ran all the way up here to basically 85. So here's So then we catch the reversal over here. This is 81.50, and it runs all the way. We get another buy signal over here, but 81.50, it goes all the way up here, almost 8,500. So just again, 81.50 to 8,500, 350 points on this signal. And here's another buy opportunity. This one about 80 points right there. Here's a sell opportunity from 83.77. That dropped down to 82.14. That's 150 points. Little bit of chop right in here. And then again to finish the day, big winner, 83.01, all the way up to 85.70. So just, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of points on the NASDAQ. And it's just absolutely amazing. There's so many different settings that you can use on this thing. And then you start using that in conjunction with something like key turns, where you're looking for long above and short below, and you're matching that with the box, or you pair that with something like our one price, which I was showing earlier. It's just absolutely amazing all the different things you can do with this. So there you have it for how the box works. There's a link below. Go check it out, and you can actually get the box for an annual subscription. All the details are in the link below. And these markets are just too good to not be taking just total advantage of it. So get the box and start taking advantage of what's going on in these amazing markets.